Okay, guys, let's try this again. My laptop, I swear. Now, let's finish part of it.
2002, and the film Monster, Charlize Theron Chronicles Island Story.
I think I did watch a part of it.
I'm selling with The Rock.
And I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus June 6th.
Like the movie, Big Mothership and all. I'll be back.
Ah, damn.
This one?
That's scary.
June 6th is my birthday. Oh my god. I don't like this.
I'll be back.
I'm not playing.
Brother.
I'll be there.
Like, girl, but.
This is definitely the most obscure final words so far.
Big Mothership and all. I think these people just have no idea what to say, and it's their last moments, and they just diarrhea at the mouth. Next up, this is Albert Fish, also known as Gray Man, the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and the Moon Man. He was a serial killer, child rapist, and cannibal who once stated that his number of victims was about 100, although nobody really knows if that's actually the truth. Fish was finally apprehended in 1934 and convicted for the kidnapping and murder of Grace Budd. He was executed in 1936 at the age of 65.
Ooh, woo, woo. I got chills. Glad that fool died and got caught.
I don't even want to hear his last words. How about that? You go to say your last words and I turn off the recording. I don't even know why I have to read this.
I don't even know why I'm here.
I know why you're there.
Get the hell out.
You shouldn't even be on Earth. That's the real. Listen, brother.
No.
That's that you say when you wake up in like an unknown spot. Damn, I don't even know why I'm here. Why did I get here?
This is making me mad now.
That might be the
That's
funniest
all
thing
you
I've
say? I don't know,
I'm disgusted,
even
bro.
know
You
why I'm here.
raped and killed and ate all these people.
Oh my god, I hate people. Oh my gosh, these people exist. Like monsters are real.
And you said I don't even know why I'm here.
That's the boogeyman.
Clearly, again, delusional. I'm like kind of believing he doesn't even know why he's there.
This is Amelia Dyer, a serial killer in Victorian England who murdered infants. She was a trained nurse who went into baby farming or adopting unwanted babies for money. She initially cared for them, but then she began to kill them. It's uncertain if it was on purpose at first, but eventually she turned to strangling some of them and then would dispose of the bodies. It's possible that she was responsible for up to 400 deaths, making her one of the most prolific serial killers of all time. She was placed in several mental
she
asylums
strangled
throughout her life,
the
but ultimately
babies?
her downfall came when an infant was discovered in the River Thames, with evidence leading back to her. She was hanged in June of 1896.
So heinous. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Babies. What kind of sick person?
That irks me so hard.
How do you get to that?
Wait, so she actually cared for the kids at first. I don't know what to say because I'm not used to this. Like, this is not normal.
I'm surprised you guys didn't do like a trying to get angry challenge because it would be like 0 to 100 real quick.
I don't even want to hear what she has to say. I don't give two about what she has to say.
I have nothing to say.
Good. Good.
Wow, this makes me so mad.
Hanging was too good for her.
I actually like her response out of everybody's because she had no remorse and she was like, F it. Versus, I don't even know why I'm here.
Is that like guilt or is that like okay?
She's like proud. You are one of the most prolific murderers.
Nah, bro, but this is so messed up, bro.
I'll be back. I'm
I'll be
telling
back.
you, these people kill us. They got that mentality.
Our last murderer is John Wayne Gracie, the infamous serial killer and sex offender known as the Killer Clown. He assaulted and murdered at least 33
I saw
young
that movie
boys.
of him
He would perform
on
at
YouTube.
children's hospitals as Pogo or Patches the Clown, but would typically lure victims into his home in Illinois by performing magic tricks. He would
Illinois,
then
let you
torture
know,
and kill them.
Illinois is
When he was
down in
convicted of
Chicago.
33 murders, it was the most
Yes,
by
I've
one
been in
person
Chicago,
in the US at the time.
and believe me,
He was executed in May of
it's not fun to live at. I don't want to
understand.
live in
These
Chicago.
people
I
jail.
never will.
Kids, they love tricks.
I'm not a
luring them
city
with
girl.
magic.
Sorry.
Because I really don't like clowns.
God, that name is like forever cursed.
Kiss my ass.
He did not say that.
So I got rude.
I feel disrespected.
You did.
Because I would have came.
This guy too. Oh man.
You can kiss my ass, buddy.
I'm about to be looking at everybody side-eye. Trust no one.
It's really unsettling.
We only recently started to understand.
That's what he said. Kiss my
Even
ass.
in death, you're still giving them a platform.
And they just say like this.
We need to be listening to the last words of their victims. How about that?
If you had to choose your own final words, what would they be?
What would I say? That's hard.
I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
My final words, it would be, no matter what, don't give up.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it don't always gotta be about murder.
You're welcome.
I guess it'd be Stand SF9.
Tell my mama I love her.
Let's do put together because it's only like 5 minutes. So,
Society has long been fascinated with serial killers down to the detail of their last meal request. What do you think of that?
I mean, I understand because it's just like, it's like a morbid fascination of just wanting to know, like, what motivates these people to be like this.
We're going to look at several serial killers and what they chose for their last meal.
I mean, I understand their last meal and why it's significant because it is their last meal, and I think we romanticize it more than what it is. But at the same time, it's why are we so fascinated that we need to know every detail?
It seems like the people who get the death penalty honestly just need a lot of mental rehabilitation. Like, they're more just like very, very sick individuals that originates from like a really abusive childhood.
I'm not a huge fan of the whole death penalty, but there's like some cases where I'm like, okay, you're a psychopath and you killed tons of people. The world is better without you.
There's a book or an article or something that I read not too long ago that was kind of sharing all of these criminals' like last meals, the last meal requests, and like some of them are super extravagant and some of them are super basic. So that to me is like really interesting to see what people would want as their last meal.
Let me show you this first guy. Let me see if you recognize him.
Not off the top of my head. From Illinois, though.
He looks like he dealt coke in the 70s, but I feel like that's not enough for the death penalty.
I don't remember his first name, but I know it's Gacy something, and he would like dress up as a clown.
Okay, so this is John Wayne Gacy. Gacy was an American serial killer and rapist who sexually assaulted, tortured, and murdered 33 teenage boys and young men.
That's so scary. Oh my god.
Prior to his conviction, he was the manager
I
of 3
saw that
KFCs
movie.
and held a side job as a part of it. This led to him being known as the
it
Killer
was
Clown.
okay.
Killer clown? Okay, I can see this guy being a killer clown. Like, he looks like a clown that, gone wild.
I already hate clowns. I'm not a fan.
I'm not personally afraid of clowns, but that's like now someone can be like, look, I have a legitimate fear. There was a serial killer who was a clown.
For his last meal, Gacy requested 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC, French fries, and a pound of strawberries.
Wow. Very, very classy. See, this is interesting because the amount he gave them.
I
It
would,
was a
my
set
last
amount.
meal, if I do something
yet?
stupid, I will
So that was
have a fried chicken, a
phenomenal.
liver,
That looks
and
delicious. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the thing
mashed
that makes me the
potatoes
most
and french
uncomfortable
fries.
about this is that all the food's touching, and that's probably not what I should be the most uncomfortable.
Because I'm a
The
liver
strawberries
type
also
girl.
Going like, I don't know why, but that's making me think like clown, like cheery and happy. So like the two different sides of him, like the KFC dude and then like the clown.
He didn't understand what was healthy for him necessarily because like even his last meal was very indulgent.
His last words were "kiss my ass." Now, let's talk about this next person here.
Oh wow, a woman? What?
It's gonna be hard just pulling a picture up and knowing the, like, serial killer's name.
That is Aileen, blanking on her last name.
This is Eileen or Aileen?
This is Eileen Warnos. She was an American serial killer who murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990 by shooting them at point-blank range. She claimed that her victims had either raped or attempted to rape her while she was working as a prostitute.
Yeah, that's murder, all right.
I believe that the first kill was in self-defense after like kind of reading stuff about it. But I think kind of after that is when she got like a taste for, ooh, I like killing people. So I think after that, that's when she purposely led men in and then killed them.
I remember watching her documentary on Netflix and just watching the way she thought was just really, really strange. She seemed really normal and she was admitting
Wait,
to
you
her
can
crimes.
watch
The next
it?
moment,
What?
she was like, no,
Okay,
it
I'm
wasn't
gonna
me.
have
This
to
was
watch the
her
documentaries and
decision
stuff.
for the final meal.
because I'm into stuff like that.
Wow, really? Just straight black coffee. That's hardcore. Like, she didn't even want food.
That was waste. You probably get coffee in prison anyway. And it's probably not a good cup of coffee.
They do say, like, if you drink coffee black, you're a f***ing serial killer.
Her last words were, "I'll be back, like Independence Day with Jesus on June 6th.
Coming back June 6th? That's my birthday.
June 6th already happened. Did she come back?
It's also scary to think about. It's 2002. You know, it feels like forever ago, but it really wasn't.
But I don't think she was a sociopath at all. I'm sorry, I just think she was kind of like a regular person who just, like, from circumstances of growing up and, you know, probably some chemical imbalances in her head.
See, they don't understand she was a psycho back then.
They just look like normal people.
He's got a serial killer mustache. No, I'm kidding.
All male serial killers had like long hair and mustaches, and they looked like they led a cult.
If you look into his eyes, to me, he looks soulless. He doesn't look all there.
This is William George Bonin. He was responsible for the deaths, assaults, and torture of 21 young men and boys between 1979 and 1980 in Southern California. Because he repeatedly would dump bodies along the California freeways, he was known as the Freeway Killer.
Oh, did you say Southern California? Man, see, it gets so strange, too, because you're talking about this, and it's like, this just happened where you live, just so you know.
He grew up in a dysfunctional family with an alcoholic father and a grandfather who was a convicted child molester.
Gosh, yeah. It just makes you think, like, if he was, like, molested as a young boy and stuff like that, how that can, like, warp a person's perception of life, and then it's so f***ed up.
I don't think it's a coincidence that his grandfather was a child molester and then he became one too. You don't have to be the person that your parents or your relatives were, but I think it kind of starts you at disadvantage.
This is what he chose for his final meal.
He chose a high school lunch.
Oh, damn. Yes, he is a damn buffet. 2 pizzas, chocolate ice cream, Coke.
This is very basic.
It was also said that Bonin wanted to die of diabetes before the lethal injection, so he consumed 18 servings of Coca-Cola and Pepsi right before his execution.
Can you imagine you're about to get executed and you're like, I have a stomach ache?
That's cool. Like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out with a bang. A bang of diabetes and sugar. That's how you should go out.
That's kind of like a kid fantasy, you know? Like, oh, I want to eat all the pizza and soda and ice cream I can, but my parents won't let me.
To me, it seems very childlike. I'm guessing these were the only good things in his childhood. Like, these were his go-to comfort items.
Here's another.
Wow, so weird. The first thought in my mind was he could be an attorney.
He looks like someone's, like, dad. If you saw a guy like this, you would, like, trust him pretty much immediately because he looks like a pretty, like, trustworthy guy.
He has, like, very big, expressive eyes, and I feel like he's hiding murder behind them.
This is Danny Rolling, a.k.a. the Gainesville Ripper.
The Gainesville Ripper?
He was responsible for the death of 5 students in Florida during a 4-day robbery and murder spree in late August 1990.
You need to, like, just cut Florida off. That's where it all starts.
I feel like he would have had, like, a nice, like, requested, like, a nice meal.
His last meal consisted of lobster tail, served with drawn butter,
that's why they
butterfly
make a
shrimp
movie
with
of it.
cocktail sauce, a baked potato with sour cream and butter,
I do
strawberry
watch
cheesecake, and
movies.
sweet tea.
Wow.
That's bougie. He is an expensive date.
Honestly, it's a pretty great, like, last meal.
He eventually confessed to the murders in a written statement and died singing a gospel hymn.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I killed a bunch of people. Is that cool?
All right, here's our next.
You can see, like, how f***ing crazy she is in her eyes.
She definitely looks like a grandma.
Oh, God. I know who this is. I've definitely seen this face before, but I can't think of their name.
This is Velma Barfield, a.k.a. the Death Row Granny, whose victims were all close to her, and they all died mysteriously.
Victim, like, what do you mean close to her? Like, family?
Her mother, on and off fiance, second husband, 2 elderly people she was hired to care for, were all done in by arsenic that she added to their food or drink.
That's absolutely terrifying. Because it's someone you wouldn't expect. That's insane. It's just scary to think. Like, you never really know someone.
Sounds like the plot of an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I'm not eating any of her cookies. Do not. If she has, like, a bake sale or anything, just stay away.
She would definitely like something like a grandma make, I don't know, like a pot pie.
So this was her request.
Cheese toast?
Everyone likes a Coke. Is that like the drink of serial killers?
She declined her final meal and instead opted for a bag of cheese doodles and a Coke.
It's you last meal. You gotta get what you like, I guess.
I honestly don't get the people denying their last meals though. Like, come on.
So her motive in these killings was money. She'd become addicted to prescription drugs after having had a nervous breakdown, and her behavior became really erratic.
Interesting. Okay. So drug addict murderer. That's a new spin.
Addiction is a disease. People don't understand or know that, but it is. It takes over the mind. It takes over them physically.
Money is the big root of evil. It's just something everyone wants. It's something people will do anything for. You hear it on the news all the time. People kill for it all the time. They'll kill you for a pair of shoes. It's so sad.
Here is your last.
Is that Ted Bundy?
Is it Ted Bundy?
Correct.
Yeah, everyone gets this now because they have Zac Efron playing him, and then they have the actual Ted Bundy tapes that were on Netflix. I know Hulu's doing something with Ted Bundy as well.
So Ted Bundy was an American serial killer, kidnapper, rapist, burglar, and necrophile who assaulted and murdered over 30 people across 7 states between 1974 and 1978.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of people they think he killed because they can't even prove all of it.
His eyes are terrifying. He's staring into my soul and I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's really charismatic as a guy, and people were very surprised to hear that he did all of the crimes. He looks just like a normal white guy. You look at this guy, you're like, oh, he doesn't look crazy or anything.
He had a cast on and stuff like that when he kidnapped a girl, and then there was one where he was acting like a cop, saying someone is your car's being broken into, and then they'd go. Oh, shit.
He actually gave up a lot of locations about his victims. I mean, it's unknown if he gave up all of them. So fascinated by him because it's just why. Everyone wants to know the why.
This is what he ate.
Oh, that's a nice breakfast though. Got milk and orange juice? That costs extra.
He actually refused the last meal, and this was the standard meal that they served him. Steak cooked medium rare, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk, and juice.
What jail is that? I want to go there.
How many people are murdering people and then refusing meals? Why do they have a standard?
To me, this seems like if you were to say, what is the cliche American country breakfast? This is it.
I feel like this kind of suits him. You get this at f***ing IHOP. No one really thought he was a serial killer because he looked normal and didn't act crazy. This kind of suits him.
It seems like the through line between
Kids
all
don't
of
know
them is
how
that they
crazy
had
he was back
a really
in the
rough
80s.
childhood upbringing, whether either they were
I
abused
wasn't
or
around.
molested. So
It
I
was
think
back
really
in my
starts at home.
mom's days.
Depends on how you
So
raise your kid. It's a big responsibility, and if you're gonna make a
We really need to bring it back to the reality that these people did horrible things and very, very atrocious, horrible crimes. And that, we need to realize that when we're watching these documentaries or looking at their last meals. I don't think there's ever going to be a way to stomp out all the evil.
So, ending on a lighter note, if you could choose your last meal, what would it be?
Yeah, I mean, people have. This is a normal question, honestly. My last meal would be either sushi or ramen, pho, any Vietnamese dish, and then some kind of gelato. Oh yeah, and some champagne.
If I could have just a last meal in general, yeah, it'd be my dad's tacos.
My last meal definitely be filet mignon, crab cake,
nah,
crab cakes,
I
and I would have
mine
a
has to
strawberry
be
daiquiri.
German food
That's
because
one of my favorite
I'm
drinks.
Eggplant parmesan, because it's just something I really
German
love. Now I
cake
feel
and,
really bad about eating those things.
German
I'm like,
puzzles.
Oh gosh, no.
Hot
cereal
sausages.
not killer.
That sounds good right now.
I'd be a cereal eater. Nah, steak.
A steak seems good, medium rare, filet mignon.
And steak too, because I'm a
maybe a
steak
tender
eater.
greens steak sandwich too. Eggs sound good. Hash browns are really so. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna say everything.
Why not? And a waffle and French toast. It's my last meal. I'm falling out.
Thanks for watching us dissect criminals on the React channel.
If you like this episode,
Alright guys, I will see you my 5th one, so I see you then.